Hi everyone, so today's video is going to be my first impression on the new and exciting oval brushes. Now these are a dupe for the real brushes. I actually only paid around $12 for a 9-piece set, which as I have found out, it does have its pros and its cons from ordering these off of eBay. 9-piece, they're not labeled or anything, but I'm just going from biggest to smallest. So like the biggest brush is 1, and then like the smallest brush in my opinion is the 10. And I'm going to be using a mixture of the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte and the e.l.f. Acne Fighting Foundation. This color is in the color beige, and I'm using shell beige, so I'm just mixing these two together. And then I'm going to take brush number 1 to apply it, mixing those two together, and I'm just going to apply them on my face like that. And then I'm just going to start blending in with these brushes. So that's what I'm going to do. So I feel like these brushes give pretty full coverage. They're very, very soft. They don't shed. And they don't soak up a lot of the product either. Right here. And I'm going to use that to blend out my concealer. I do take the Rimmel London Match Perfection Concealer. So I am going to apply that first under the eyes and all the areas that I need to. And then I'll actually go in with the brush and blend it all out. So I'm going to take this brush and just start blending it out. A lot of people are saying that these brushes, it takes a lot longer to apply your makeup, but really honestly, I am already like loving these. Now would I use these every day? Of course not. But as you can see, it's blending out the makeup very, very well. Take this brush right here. It's kind of like a medium-sized brush, and I'm going to set with the banana shade. And I'm just going to kind of pat it in. They say everything you're just supposed to like swipe with the brush, but to really get into the under eyes, I usually pat. Next, I'm going to go in with this brush right here, which is a little bit smaller than the last one, and I am going to bronze my skin. Whew. So see, you can kind of see where I applied it. And I'm just going to do the frame of my face like I normally would. Right now it looks a little scary because I haven't blended it in yet, but just taking this one right here. This is the L'Oreal Match Perfection blush. Just applying that on my cheeks. The Becca Champagne Pop highlighter. Love this brush right here. It's pretty small. Just gonna apply that to my nose. Woo! Down the bridge of my nose, above my eyebrows. And I feel like with these brushes, you really have to be careful when applying like highlighter because the brushes just soak up so much product. But it applies highlighter really, really well. I don't use much powder on my eyebrows. I usually use my Anastasia brow pencil. So I'm going to try to find a powder that'll work. Okay, so I'm going to try to use a mixture between my Ulta Brow Expert and my NYX Cake Eyeshadow Cake Powder to apply these. I'm so scared. So with this brush, it's a little bit harder to get a precise shape for your eyebrows, so I would suggest maybe, you know, outlining them first with the product that you like and then filling them in with powder. But as far as just using these brushes for your brows, if you like more of a defined eyebrow, I really wouldn't suggest these. They're a lot lighter in person, I promise they're not that dark. But I mean, it's still getting the job done. You know, if you didn't have any other brushes and these are the only ones you had, I mean, it would still work. It just doesn't give you that much of a defined brow, which is what I like. It's making them pretty full still and giving me that shape that I want. So that is what I'm going to leave my eyebrows at. Then I'm going to prime my eyelids, and I'm just going to blend that in with my fingers, but I'm using the Master Prime from Maybelline. Use that powder brush and set my eyes with the banana shade from Anastasia Contour Kit. I always do this step, it just makes the eyeshadows easier to blend. And I'm going to take the Tartelette in Bloom palette today. I'm just testing this out, so I'm just going to take Flower Child and apply that on the lid, which is like a creamy beige color. And this will just be the base before the eyeshadows. And then I'm going to take, I'm kind of scared to do this, this bad boy right here, and I'm going to take the color Smarty Pants and Jet Setter, and I'm going to put those into my crease. And I feel like the smaller one that I used on my brows probably would have been a little bit better, but I'm just going to apply those in the crease. And then I'm going to take that other brush, just this little tiny one, and I'm just going to blend that out. Now this is definitely meant for a blending brush. It's really easy to blend too, really. I'm just using that to blend. Now the eyes are a little bit more time consuming than normal brushes, just because it's so foreign at first using these brushes, but I mean, they're doing a good job. It's almost like the same with the regular brush, it's just different at first. And then I'm going to take the color Funny Girl, and I'm just going to take that small rounded brush and apply that. Yeah, these do pick up color very, very well. Okay, and then I'm going to take this really thin, small brush that could be used for eyeliner, and I'm going to take the color Charmer and highlight the brow bone. Okay, and then I'm going to take that same brush and take that dark brown that we put in the crease and define my lower lash line. Sorry, I can't look at the camera and do that. And then I'm just going to take that same color and apply it on my inner corner. Alright, so I'm back. I'm finished with my makeup, and I was pleasantly surprised with how well my makeup turned out with these brushes. I was kind of scared to even try to use these brushes, especially on my eyes, because it felt so weird at first using these brushes because they're so different than anything I've ever used. But I really, really like the way my makeup came out. I will post the links to where I found these brushes at in the description box down below, because you can save a lot of money by buying these brushes. Yes, you do have to wait 2 or 3 weeks for them to get to you if you live in the United States, but it's so worth it, other than the fact that they aren't numbered, which I really wish they were. I know that some packages have been numbered, but mine aren't. I really like the sleek handling that they have. They're just black, simple, they're really nice. The bristles are really soft, like they don't feel hard at all. I was so worried about my makeup streaking, and nothing streaked like at all on my face. This looks like a normal application with the brushes that I use now. So I didn't waste any money by buying these brushes. I just added them to my collection because they're really nice. It doesn't feel thick on my face. It just looks like I normally did my makeup with my regular brushes. 10 of these come in the sets. You can buy them with smaller sets or bigger sets, but overall these are really nice, and I would definitely recommend these to anyone wanting to purchase these but like on the fence of buying them. They did come off of eBay, like I said. I did pay very little money for them, and I got free shipping, so a really great deal. I only had to wait 2 weeks for the entire process to get these brushes, and I am so happy with the way my makeup came out. Like, everything about these brushes are awesome. They're a lot more dense, so the pigments pack on a lot better and more strong. Okay, so now that I've talked to you guys about the brushes and gave you my first impression, I am going to go through each brush and kind of give you a couple of ideas on how you can use these, because I feel like that's what you would want to know on how to use these brushes. So the first brush, I'm going to name it number 1. It's the biggest. This could be used for all over powder or foundation. I used it for my foundation. I feel like it was a little bit too large for my face, so if you do have a smaller face, maybe downgrade to this brush. But this brush I actually used to apply my blush. So this big brush is number 1, so foundation or powder. Brush number 2 could be used for blush or any type of cream product. You could even use this one for foundation as well. Brush number 3 I used to set my under eye and for powder on my face. And I also used this to pretty much set my all over face as well. Brush number 4, I use this one to contour and bronze my face. It's the perfect size. You can really get into your cheekbones, and it's really a good size for setting the boundary line around your face for contour as well and bronzing. This brush right here I used for highlight. It's really small. It's perfect to get in there. You could even use this on the inner corner as well and on the nose. These 2 brushes right here are really weird. They're kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. They're just super thin. I use this one for the crease, which I feel like this one could be used for the crease. It could also be used to fill in the eyebrows if you have thicker eyebrows. This one could be used for eyeliner or lining the lash line underneath. It could also be used for filling in your eyebrows or even carving out your brows. This one is another small one. This one could be used for liner as well. Maybe even the lips, if you could find a way to do that, and then it could also be used for the eyes. And then these 2 brushes right here are the best for blending because they're so dense and small. You could blend your eyeshadow out with these. You could apply all over shadows. Even the inner corner of these would be good as well. So overall, I'm so happy with the set. I'm so glad I didn't have to spend $500 and I still got really good high quality brushes. And like I said, these came from China, and so do the oval brushes that are $500. I'm not saying it's the same company or the same factory or the same city. I'm just saying they're made and produced in the same country, so you're probably getting the same brushes, but these are just cheaper. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will link where I found these brushes down below, as well as similar links, and I will talk to you guys in the next video.